Yes, folks, we are going to talk about it. Even though I don't really want to, we are going to discuss the potential, at least small potential, of a Rafael Devers trade. But before we get into that, I want to thank each and every one of you. We did pass our next milestone of 1,700 subs on the last video. It does mean the absolute world. We are growing this channel slowly but surely, the little engine that could. I'm trying to prove to my bosses, I'm trying to prove to everybody at Chat Sports that baseball content is worth it. And if you want to prove that baseball content is worth it here at Chat Sports, hit that subscribe button if you've not already. We hit 1,700. We're 300 away from 2,000. I want to be able to show the bosses, I want to be able to show all my coworkers that we got to 2,000 subscribers as fast as possible. So if you love Red Sox news, Red Sox rumors, injury news, trade rumors, updates, everything in between, we got you right here on the Red Sox Rundown. So consider hitting that subscribe button. Join the family. Okay, this is tough because I didn't want to talk about Rafael Devers trade rumors. I just didn't, because in my mind, he's untouchable. In my mind, he's not going anywhere. I don't care what the circumstances are. The circumstances would have to be much, much worse than what the Red Sox have been going through the past few days to constitute a trade. Nonetheless, a lot of pundits in the media, including MLB insider Chris Rose, seem convinced that a Rafael Devers trade is going to happen. So Chris Rose on Baseball Today and Talkin Baseball of Jomboy Media, great shows if you've not watched them, I highly recommend them, recommended and kind of assumed that a trade could happen. Here is Chris Rose's exact quote on a Rafael Devers trade. He said, "I think he's going to get traded." You have to remember that Craig Breslow did not sign off on the Rafael Devers extension. And I think he's going to piss off Rafael Devers to the point where he says, well, shoot, he's $300 million DH. We don't need him. So it's an interesting comment from Chris Rose. He doesn't say, I think they should trade him. He says, I think he's going to get traded. And the biggest argument that Chris Rose has is the fact that Craig Breslow did not sign Rafael Devers to his extension. That was Chaim Bloom before Bloom got fired. And now, with this instance where Craig Breslow and Devers are obviously butting heads, and Devers has now gone on the record in public bashing Craig Breslow, could Craig Breslow just say, look, he's a $300 million DH. We don't need this. Let's just trade him. Could that happen? It's not a 0% chance. We live in a world where anything can happen. We saw the Red Sox trade Mookie Betts, for God's sakes. Now, there was other reasons behind that, monetary reasons and things like that. I'm still not over that trade, though. There's no excuse for that. But we live in a world where it can happen. Does that mean it will happen? No, it's not going to happen. The Red Sox are not going to trade Rafael Devers. And I think that the John Henry situation that happened yesterday, where Henry flew to Kansas City to meet with Rafael Devers one-on-one, I think that proves how valuable the front office brass, Alex Cora, Sam Kennedy, Tom Warner, John Henry, feel that Devers is to the franchise. And if it were as simple as, let's just trade him, we don't need this headache, John Henry would not have made that trip. He wouldn't have. He wants to, one, set expectations, and two, try his best to smooth this over as much as possible. Now, I said it in my video yesterday, I still think that Breslow and Devers are going to have to go one-on-one and have an honest conversation with each other, because clearly Devers doesn't like Breslow. But for now, I think that John Henry visit was significant, and not in the way of he's over him, he's going to trade him, this relationship is severed. I actually think it's the opposite. I think that John Henry highly values Rafael Devers and what he can bring to the team. I think Alex Cora, we know their relationships are already strong, him and Rafael Devers. It's not going to happen. And I know that I have all the people in my comments and all the people on Twitter saying it's going to happen. They need to trade him. They need to get rid of him. Locker room can this, that. Guys, he's the face of your franchise. He's good for 30 to 40 home runs every year. Like, he's not going. He's a homegrown guy that has exceeded all of our expectations and is a top 25 player in all of baseball. You're not shipping that off. Like, we saw it last night. 4 for 4, multiple RBIs. Like, he's very valuable to this offense. You can't replace that production. So I know that we want to overreact. I overreacted as well. I had very hot opinions on the Rafael Devers situation. I still do. I think it was an incredibly bad look. I don't think it should have happened. However, these things can be smoothed out. He's obviously still mad about what happened in spring training. Once you smooth it out, it's going to be okay. So let's not go at him with pitchforks and torches and say, you got to trade him, you got to get rid of him. Take a deep breath, reassess. It will be okay. However, what if a trade were to happen? Jake Storiale of Talkin Baseball suggested a trade idea for Rafael Devers. And it's interesting, but we'll break it down. He said the Phillies have been looking for that next step to elevate them in this now crowded NL, as they have a core in their early 30s. Okay, the Phillies. Interesting. You got David Dombrowski there, who has ties to the Red Sox. So this is, of course, an interesting, probably popular destination. Storiale's trade idea was this. The Phillies get Rafael Devers. The Red Sox receive Alec Bohm and a flurry of pitcher prospects. He didn't name specifics, but I would assume you get a few high-quality pitching prospects. I don't think this is enough. I'm going to be completely honest. Alec Bohm has struggled over the past few years. He's not lived up to the hype of him as a prospect. And I don't think just a one or two pitching prospects thrown in with Alec Bohm is going to do it. It's not. Because one, Alec Bohm's not going to fill the hole of Rafael Devers in the offense. And that's what you're losing. Like, pitching prospects are great, but they're not going to fill the hole of the 30 to 40 home runs that Rafael Devers can bring you. That's just not going to happen. And Alec Bohm's not going to do that either. So I think that if you were going to trade away Rafael Devers, the package is going to have to be incredibly appeasing to the Red Sox. Because, look, if you look back at the Mookie Betts trade, Alex Verdugo, Connor Wong, Jeter Downs. I'm sorry, the Dodgers pulled off highway robbery. Connor Wong is your catcher still, which is cool. Okay, great. But he's been kind of a liability this year. He's not been good. Jeter Downs, I don't think anyone's heard from Jeter Downs in years. I don't. Is he even in baseball anymore? I don't know. And then Alex Verdugo, ass. So you can't do that again. And the Red Sox are not going to do that again because the Mookie Betts trade was a financial thing. They were not going to sign him to a long-term extension because he wanted too much money. You've already locked down Rafael Devers to an extension. So just let him hit. If you need him to play first base, have a conversation with him. It's going to be okay. So everyone calm down. It's going to be okay. Interesting conversation to be had. I know everyone wanted to talk about it, so I thought, okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Chris Rose's quotes. We'll talk about what Jake Storiale pitched. I still don't think it's going to happen. But you let me know in the comments. What is the % chance the Red Sox trade Rafael Devers? On a scale of 1 to 100. So it's a 1% chance. It's a 99 to 100% chance. You let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to say 5% chance. We live in a world where it can happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll say 5%. Sure, 5% chance. You let me know down below in the comments. Scale of 1 to 100% chance the Red Sox trade Rafael Devers. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about a lighter topic now. Red Sox win 10-1 over a really good Kansas City Royals team who had Cole Ragans on the mound last night. After the Red Sox lost that extra innings game the night before, I said that was your best chance to win a game because you got Cole Ragans and then the top of the rotation with Cole Ragans for the rest of the series. The Red Sox came out and they dominated. And it was so great to see that this entire offense was firing on all cylinders. But we'll talk about the offense in a second. Let's talk about the pitching. Garrett Crochet, again, masterclass, dominant. ace level stuff. He went 7 innings. He only gave up 1 run. I didn't watch it, but I hear it was kind of a fluke play. I think that it might have been an out, but then the offense kind of butchered it, and then the run scored, but it should have been the end of the inning. I didn't watch. I heard it on the radio, so I wasn't really sure. Only gave up 1 run, though. Only walked 1, struck out 9. And the best moment of the entire night, I think, for the team. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 7. Bobby Witt Jr. up to the plate. Garrett Crochet hits him with a 98-mile-an-hour missile to strike him out screaming. He screams as he walks off the mound to end his outing. That is ace-level stuff, and I cannot believe we have him on the team for almost the next decade. Garrett Crochet is one of the best investments I think the Red Sox will ever make. And God, if Tarik Skubal wasn't having literally a historic start to the season, I think Garrett Crochet would be the front runner for AL MVP, in my opinion. 2 relievers went today, and this is why this was so significant that Crochet went 7. Last night, you had all of your relievers except for Liam Hendriks pitch. You needed to rest your bullpen. Liam Hendriks came in the 8th, 2 hits, 1 K, no runs, looked good. Great to see for Hendriks, who's been struggling a little bit to start the season. He showed some really great poise in this outing. And then Brendan Bernardino, who pitched last night, or 2 nights ago, pitched again last night, went 1 inning, 1 K to close out the game. The pitching dominated tonight. They gave up, 9 hits, struck out 11 total. I mean, when you've got your ace on the mound, your bullpen shoves, you got to win the game. And thankfully, the Red Sox come out with the W. Go down below in the comments to me, grade Garrett Crochet's outing, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm giving an A. I have no notes. He gave up that 1 run, but again, from what I can tell, it sounded like it was kind of a fluky run, so I'm not even going to really blame him for that. Did have some, set some runners on, but that's going to happen. But he showed poise, and he did not crumble, and he showed that he has that dominant stuff. Seeing his velocity up was really great to see as well. I think he threw a 94-mile-an-hour cutter, and then he was throwing 97, 98-mile-an-hour fastballs at the end of his start. It was really great to see. So you let me know. Grade Garrett Crochet's outing, A, B, C, D, or F, down below in the comments. Red Sox put up 10 runs tonight off of Cole Ragans. Cole Ragans went 5 tonight. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2. He struck out 8. The beginning of the game, he was in command. I think this game went into, they each scored a run in the 3rd, and then the Red Sox put up 3 in the 5th. So Ragans was basically controlling this game until the 5th inning. I was listening to the radio broadcast, and what Fleming and Lenny DiNardo were talking about was Ragans basically lost his fastball in the 5th. Whether it was an arm slot thing or a grip thing, he was not finding his fastball at all. He was not getting any fastball support. So he was having to rely on his off-speed pitches, and the Red Sox took advantage of that. Carlos Narvaez worked a 9-pitch walk and was really great. Ceddanne Rafaela got a hit, which was huge. And then you had just then the floodgates open. Jaron Duran got a hit. Rafael Devers got a hit. Alex Bregman got on base. The floodgates open. The Red Sox score 3, and you chase Cole Ragans after 5 innings. That was incredibly valuable for the Red Sox tonight, to chase Cole Ragans and just open the floodgates and show that this offense can do something after only scoring 1 run in 12 innings the night before. Just running down the line, Jaron Duran found a little bit of a stride, which is so great to see because he has been struggling over the past few weeks. He went 2 for 5. He had 2 runs. He had an RBI. He did strike out twice, though, tonight, which you don't love to see. But I digress. It is what it is. Rafael Devers is one of the big stories of the night. With all of this controversy happening around him, he still manages to go 4 for 4. He scores a run. He has 3 RBIs and he has a walk. He does not strike out. His OPS, after starting off abysmal this season, is up to 858. He is doing exactly what you want him to do in the 2 spot. He is, again, showing you why he is so valuable to this offense, and he absolutely crushed tonight. Alex Bregman had a pretty productive night as well. He went 2 for 5. He scored a run. He had an RBI. He struck out once. Christian Campbell had a bad night. He just did. I mean, I'm not going to mince words. He went over 5. He struck out 3 times. Bad night for Christian Campbell. I don't know. I'm not going to mince words. He has been struggling as of late. His batting average now is down to 264. His OPS is down to 775. The Rook's going to have to figure it out because he's not the front runner for AL MVP anymore. Jacob Wilson of Sacramento is the front runner. So if Campbell wants any shot at that and just, continue to solidify his spot at second base, he's going to have to figure it out, and he's going to have to figure it out fast. I don't think anyone needed a home run in their life more than Trevor Story, and he got it tonight. He still went 1 for 5. He struck out 4 times. That's not good. That is abysmal. But that one hit, a 3-run home run to kind of put the dagger in the game. I think at that point it was 9-1 after that home run. Story needs to pick it up. He does, because he has been a vacuum in the middle of that lineup. I talked about it in yesterday's video. He has not been good, but to see at least a little bit of that confidence come back, for him to drive a ball and get it over the fence, that is good momentum. Hopefully he takes that into the end of the series and into the Detroit series. I hope and pray, because we need him to hit good. Because if Christian Campbell and Trevor Story are this vacuum in the middle of your lineup, that's not good. You're not going to do anything if those two are not hitting. But yeah, not a great day for, I'm glad to see a little bit of momentum for Trevor Story. Wilyer Abreu also didn't have a great day. He went 0 for 4. He had a walk and a K. That kind of middle murderer's row of Campbell, Story, and Abreu just didn't do much today. But again, Abreu gets a little bit of leeway because he's been hitting fairly good the entire season. Nick Sogard made his debut. He got called up today because they put Romy Gonzalez on the IL with a contusion. And Rob Refsnyder is also suffering from back spasms. That's why he hasn't been playing the last few days. He went 1 for 4. He scored a run. He had a walk. Fine. That'll work. I'm not going to complain about it. First game up. Cool. Let's go, kid. There you go. Carlos Narvaez. Big story of the night as well. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, no Ks. Had another home run tonight. He's your starting catcher. It is what it is. He's solidified it. Connor Wong is an absolute black hole in the lineup whenever he's in the lineup. I love Connor Wong, think he's a great guy, but Carlos Narvaez is the starting catcher of the Boston Red Sox. And then Ceddanne Rafaela had another good night as well. 2 for 5, 2 runs scored. He only struck out once. The Red Sox had 15 hits. They struck out 12 times, but 7 of those strikeouts came from Christian Campbell and Trevor Story. So it's a really great night for the Red Sox. They walked 4 times, 41 at-bats. They were putting together really quality at-bats, and they jumped on Cole Reagans when they saw an opportunity, jumped on the bullpen, did not take their foot off the gas pedal. They have an opportunity to win it tomorrow. Please, for the love of God, Red Sox win this series. If you can win this series, go into Detroit and win that series, that is a huge momentum shift. The Yankees also lost today as well. So you pick up an entire game in the AL East, which is incredibly important. Do the Red Sox win the series against the Royals? You go down below in the comments. Type Y for yes if you think they do. Type N for no if you think they do not. The pitching probables for that game are as follows. Nope, that's the wrong game. There it is. Lucas Giolito versus Seth Lugo. I would probably give the edge to Seth Lugo. I'm sorry. I do think you needed to win game 1 to win this series. I'm not going to say the Red Sox are going to lose. Lucas Giolito could come out and absolutely shove. The Royals have not been hitting good against the Red Sox this series. So there's a chance, but I think it's going to be tough. But you let me know. Do they win the series? Y for yes, N for no. That's where we're going to end it, guys. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. Again, thank you so much for helping me hit 1,700 subscribers. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Thank you all so much. We'll be back tomorrow for another video. And until next time, go Sox.